understanding from my side. That's the fundamental that I've decided. Right. So we'll understand through dialectic discourse, question answer, doing activities and understanding through that. Yeah. Amruta, please go ahead if you're ready. Yeah, Amruta, you're there. We lost you. Did we lose you? If Amruta is not there, Anjali, Anjali Ingole. If you're not ready, just let me know because you've submitted this. I thought that we were ready. And then don't worry about the consequences. We need to evolve it through discussions. Yeah. My mic is getting issues, Anjali. So while you set it up, who would like to volunteer if that is? So I have submissions from Amruta, Anjali, Apurva, Gitanjali. Who would like to come forth first? Yeah, MS. Who? MS is I think Jakan Apurva. Mangesh. Yeah, Mangesh. Can we start? Yeah, take your time. Yes. While people are getting in. So while you do that, I'd like to ask. Some people haven't submitted as yet. What were the issues for those people?
Sir, I have already submitted, and last week I had even done the discussion also relatively to the three research papers,
Yeah.
if you remember. Yeah, so I've already submitted also.
Right. No, some people, there are 25 submissions. I think there are 45 odd students here, right?
Yeah, some have not joined, sir. We can see only 26 people have joined currently.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to know if there was an issue regarding the. Yes, Mangesh. Yeah, it's visible. You can go ahead. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Yeah. Right. Mm. Right. Mm. 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 all the three articles, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So what were the differences? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there is an objectivist and interpretivist, subjectivist dimension that we spoke about, right? So where does it fit in there? Are there any differences? Is there a consistency between the ontological position and epistemological position? Okay. We can always do that. But now that initially talking without any reference to anything, it would make not much make much sense. So I was talking about ontology, epistemology without knowing whether you are. So there is a difference between सत्य और भ्रम. एक स्टूडेंट को किसी ने पूछा था कि सर सत्य और भ्रम क्या है, डिफरेंस क्या है? तो सर आप पढ़ा रहे हैं ये तो सत्य है, लेकिन हम पढ़ रहे हैं ये भ्रम है. Right. तो वो भ्रम probably it had got something to do with my expectations because I am mostly taught in live classes where interaction was a principal prerequisite for me because through dialectics the topic evolves. So it was not there, so I could not explain those topics also properly. But everything is there in the slides. If you look at the session one slides, you would look at there are three dimensions. One is three aspects. One is ontology, epistemology, and axiology, right? So the ontology concerns about reality. What is reality? How do you see reality, right? And there are two extremes. The second is epistemology. What do you think is knowledge, right? Again, there are two extremes. And axiology also, value laden versus value agnostic, right? So where does it fit? Somewhere on the dimension it will fit, right? So there is also a de-jargonizer which I think I circulated to you. So with the help of this, if there is a little bit of self-learning, say the end objective of the whole course, right, is to be able to convert your research idea into a philosophical paradigm, right, and consistency between the philosophy to the methods that you follow, right. So a little bit of contextual understanding to understand how does the dimension evolve and where my work fits into on the dimension. Just 1 second. Just one. Sorry for the disturbance. Uh, that's the idea. So the onion figure that we need to fill from philosophy to methods, and I suggest because the audience is elite, right? You are experts in your own domain. You know your research topic. So a little bit of effort on those questions, right? Keeping the onion in mind, keeping the basic desorganized. We need to desorganize, simplify it. There are dimensions. Somewhere my work, every work would fit in on those dimensions if Western philosophy is concerned, and that effort has to be done. And the more the effort you put in, the better is the understanding. Instead of somebody telling you, okay, this is your position, this is how you should go. But here in the presentation, what I saw, it is convergence. All the three articles are related to one ontological and epistemological positions. Although slight nuances would vary, and then the methods accordingly, there is a consistency across. If you see, from philosophical positions to the methods that you specifically mentioned that interview is not a method. So subjectivist or interpretivist is not the stance that any of these articles take, right? So in the light of this thing, if you could look at the first presentation that I gave, and there have I shared that slide with you? But I, I will do that. I will do that. Right? And some additional material. Right? Thank you so much. I have some questions related to your this thing presentation. Why would a researcher working on one paradigm potentially reject another paradigm's evidence as insufficient? Has that happened in any of the papers? Is there any evidence where a researcher working in one paradigm potentially reject another paradigm's evidence is as insufficient? So, for example, particularly methods, right? Interpretivist kind of method, interview as a method. If you are taking an objectivist stance, then the interpretivist interview is a method, right? Right. Yes, and another point is organizational culture. You've studied three articles related to that concept. Is it necessarily studied from a positivist point of view, positivist, objectivist point of view, or is there another way of looking at it? Can you find out some other article which falls on the other end of the continuum, right? So it's another curiosity. Put that article, find out what are the positions, what are the methods, and is there a consistency across those articles, right? And of course, while doing so, you will have a vague idea as to what you intend to do, right? What are the variables or constraints that you're proposing to study, and what are the different viewpoints on those aspects? Yeah. Right. So if you could do that, then that will be a good enrichment. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Mangesh. Who would like to come next? Amruta, are you ready? I couldn't hear you properly, ma'am. Amruta is not there. Anjali? Anjali, ma'am?
Sir, can I present next? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anjali Singh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, sir. I'm
Go
audible.
ahead. Yeah, yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead. You are audible. Your mic is, I think, fixed, and you can go ahead and present it now. Anjali. Anjali, are you presenting? Yeah. Now, Anjali, you have some genuine divergence, right? Three different articles related to different positions, right? Interesting to watch. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, good afternoon. So I talking about me, right, Anjali Singh? Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yep, sir. Sir, okay, sir. Can you give me only 5 minutes? Because I think
Yeah.
there is some issue.
Somebody has to occupy because we are wasting time for no reason. Who would like to come next?
No, no.
Whoever is ready, please come. Everybody has to present today or tomorrow.
Sir, can I present?
Yeah, please go ahead. Who is it? I can't read names from
Are you
the.
there, sir?
Yeah. Please go
Hello.
ahead.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Anita ma'am, right?
Yes, sir.
Anita ma'am, you are not submitted as yet? I couldn't see your submission.
Sir, I have submitted at 14 August, sir. At
14th August.
yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Is something moving on or just we are at standstill, right?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing, but I can't find on my device now.
It'll be right hand corner up. We just be besides leave share.
But for my device, it can only share only through OneDrive, and that will be stored on my device,
So while you work
not
it
in
out,
OneDrive
maybe I
folder.
can request you work it out. I'll request
Yes,
SP
yes,
to
sir.
do
Yes,
that.
sir.
SP, are you ready? SP Snehal Bharti. Yeah, I think she's sharing. SP, are you going to go next?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, actually, I can't make any PPT, but
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You can share those files, the final file, and tell me what it is.
एक असाइनमेंट का पेज मीन्स रेडी किया है जो आपने क्वेश्चन दिए थे. कैन आई शेयर इट?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as it is legible, the format is not important. Do it quickly. Yeah. Oh, you handwritten answers. Fine.
तो दिखाई दे रहा है आपको?
हाँ, थोड़ा सा एक्सपेंड करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली जो आपने क्वेश्चन दिए थे उसके मैंने कुछ आंसर्स निकाले थे. और एक्चुअली आई शेयर माय आर्टिकल्स एंड आई विल मीन्स मैंने मेरे फ्रेंड के साथ ही उसको मीन्स ये किया है और ये आंसर्स मैंने निकाले हैं. जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सर एंटोलॉजिकल पोजीशन, उस मैंने मीन्स all three articles follows social construction positions and they see organizational culture as something created through people's interactions, behaviors and shared meanings. Actually, sir, my initial assumptions was that the cultural was something fixed and within an organizations, and the constructive approach of my article differ most from my initial assumptions. This is the anthology positions, and the second one is epistem- epistemological assumptions in that all
Yeah.
means actually all three articles mainly follow an interactive approach. They consider people experience, views, and interpretation as valid evidence. However, they use different methods that is such as interviews, grounded theory, content analysis, and observations. This shows that the some topic can be studied in different valid ways. And this is a epistemological assumptions. And researchers here need philosophy because this exercise shows actually me that philosophy helps researchers understand their hidden assumptions and about reality and knowledge. These assumptions influence how we choose our research methods and interpret our findings like that.
Mm-hmm.
And my tentative research topic is explainable AI enabled digital twin for real-time fault detection and predictive maintenance in solar PV plant. और इसमें मैं ये अज़म करना चाहती हूँ कि यूजर विल बी ट्रस्ट और अंडरस्टैंड and use XAI, explainable AI, in maintenance decisions. Again, however, they may not always be true because trust technical knowledge and work practice differ among operators.
So you would take interpretive stance?
Yes, sir.
Interpretive stance, the subjective stance, right?
Yes, sir.
So so which construct of your research would be ontologically or epistemologically subjectivist in?
Actually, I think, sir, it is a epistemological assumptions.
So what is the difference between the two? Ontological and epistemological.
Epistemologically, in that practically means we can make means any queries or any practical knowledge means like interviews and content analysis, observations. But in ontological presumptions, there is only interaction of people's behavior like that.
Mm-hmm. But that's a continuum, right? You don't have to always go ahead and say, "Okay, this is this stance." Yeah, on the continuum, you could be somewhere, right?
Yes.
And for that, you need to find out which school supports which business philosophical tradition supports your viewpoint, right? So next time you look for the articles on digital twins or trust in that area, right? Find out what epistemological positions or ontological positions people have taken, and do I agree with that? And would I have, if I take the similar kind of assumption, would it be valid and accepted by the community, research community or not? Right?
Okay, sir.
And what is the difference between ontology and epistemology?
Yes, that is actually epistemologically we practically we assume anything and means queries or problems exercises, but in ontologically there is only shared meaning.
No,
Means
no, no.
custom.
You're explaining. So for everybody's understanding, ontology is about reality, study of reality. Right? How do you what do you believe the reality? What kind of reality exists? Right?
Yes.
If it is about reality, then it is ontological. If it is about knowing the reality, then it is epistemological.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So if
Yes.
you believe that organizational culture as an entity exists, organization has culture, it exists, and you're studying the attributes of that as an objective observer. It's like, for example, a tree falls in the jungle. Even if
Yes.
nobody is watching, right? Does
Uh,
the tree make a sound? It does make a sound. If you believe that is true, then you are ontologically a positivist,
okay, sir.
right? Regardless of the whether the observer is watching it or not, the reality exists,
Okay,
right?
sir.
And there is only one way of knowing reality. One particular the reality exists, right? Whichever way you want to understand it, it will continue to be same. The
Okay,
other
sir.
way is unless I hear it, the sound is never created. That is subjectivist stance,
Acha.
right? And how do you know reality? That would be about this epistemological stance. Look at the presentations which I'm going to circulate it to you, and of course I'll share some disorganizer, right? So every time these terms would end up confusing you. What is ontology? What is epistemology? What are the different schools? Is this entomological? Is this epistemological? So for that, I'll give you a disorganizer which will be handy, ready for you. So every time you come across this concept, look at the disorganizer. It will help you understand that appropriately.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
simple example, I gave a photographer example and rain guy example,
Uh,
right? So a photographer clicks photograph of a beautiful sunset,
mm,
right?
yes.
One photographer would look at the clouds because clouds are important to him. It is an objective reality and he tries to capture it in his photograph. The other photograph, he himself, how does he look at the experience is important. So he will click a selfie, right? Same place, same sunset, but two different ways of seeing reality. Unless I am a part of the reality, I don't see reality. I don't experience that reality. Reality is what I experience. Those are two ontological stances. Say, for example, it is now epistemological. It is raining outside. How do I know it is raining? If I am in my room, right? Probably
Mm,
I would just take a look at, and if I see it is raining, right? That is direct perception. I conclude that it is raining. But sometimes there is no window available. But on the tin, the raindrops are making sound. Based on that, I infer, right, that it is raining,
yes,
right?
sir.
Some people would look at just the mobile phones. If it is saying that it is, and you trust that mobile phone, it is raining. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So, how do you know what reality is? How do you want to uh, convert that reality into knowledge for you? That is epistemology. If it is
Oh,
about knowledge, knowing, then it is epistemology. If it is about reality, then it is ontology.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah. So good. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh, yes. Mhm. You draw an inference. Yeah. If you see smoke from the hill, you infer that there must be fire. Right. That is inference. Okay. So inference is some schools accept it, some schools don't. Right? Let us take two extremes. शंकराचार्य कहते हैं कि माया है सब. माँ या का मतलब होता है माँ मतलब ना नहीं और या मतलब that which is not. World is an illusion. So whatever you see is not a reality. Whatever you perceive through senses is not a reality. Where you must have taken a look at the article that Vienna School and Frankfurt School. Vienna School says unless it is perceived directly, right, it is not a reality. I don't accept it as a reality. Right? Somebody says ki reality is only in your mind. You create reality. Somebody says no, reality exists whether you watch it or not. Reality is independent of the observer. Okay? And that's where these extreme dimensions are there. So reality, what you think is reality, things about that are called ontology. There are ontological positions that you take. I think reality is independent of observer. Right? Whether observer is there, it is not influenced by observer. It continues to be there. It is there. Somebody says unless the observer sees the reality, the reality doesn't exist. Observer creates the reality. Right? So extremist. Okay. Even for just to give another example, this third umpire example in cricket and football. Somebody who is a realist, he says, if I can see whatever I see is the reality. A critical realist would say, no. What you see may go wrong because your senses might perceive it not appropriately because not correctly. There could be a gap between reality and the way your senses perceive it. And there is a third umpire that comes into play. Right? So that is the position of a critical realist. In football, some time back, there was no third umpire, whatever they call it, right? So whatever the referee used to see, that was a reality for them. That is a realist position. In cricket, it is a critical realist position. I mean, as you go along, it is important to understand the first session where I have given extreme dimensions. You understand the extremes, and then people, Descartes, Vienna School, Frankfurt School, will be positioned along those dimensions. And which school sits where, which tradition sits where, once you understand, then things become clear. And all this should translate finally into that Saunders diagram, the onion diagram for your paper, right? So at least for whatever stance you are taking, these assumptions as a ontological, what stance do I have? Epistemologically, what stance do I have? Right? On those extremes, do I belong to any of the extremes? Or do I take a pragmatic view? Or am I somewhere in between? Right? And then along that tradition, methodology will be decided and your methods will be decided. So across the papers that all of you are checking, you would find a consistency across. If it is a good paper, philosophical, ontological methods, there will be a consistency. You would not see a paper which is ontologically objectivist with an interview as a methodology. Right? It will be observations, neutral observations. Okay. Yeah, who is coming next?
Sir, my problem was resolved. Can I share?
Please go ahead. So whatever we are discussing, is it making sense to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so today, yeah. And AI is a good support. AI is a good support. The moment you have a question, ask that questions, get it clarified so that, because philosophy is um, such an abstruse area that you tend to keep forgetting it. कि अरे Descartes ने क्या कहा था, फिर Husserl ने क्या किया था, then is there an overlap, which person belongs to what tradition, What did Kant say? Right? Immanuel Kant, one of the great influencers. Okay? How is it different from Indian school, Vaisheshika or Nyaya? So multiple times these questions will keep coming to you. Of course, you're not studying philosophy. You are studying the incursions of philosophy into research. So to that extent, but it is good idea to have a dejargonizer ready at your hand, and you keep asking that dejargon in simple terms. It will keep on explaining, which I'll build and share it with you. Do you
Sir,
know?
I can share my PPT. I can
Huh.
take a screenshot and I can explain.
Yeah, just
I'm taking three articles: organizational culture and perceived performance. Then second one is organizational change and change-oriented leadership. And third one is a corporate culture change. But by reading three articles, I understand the first two articles are depending on a ontological study. Means it having the quantitative evidences like questionnaires. Then it consists of a numerical data,
Mhm.
statistical analysis, correlations, regressions, and in third article it having a qualitative evidences like in that I observe that there is a participants observation, then interviews and free conversations, then some field notes are there, documentary material are there,
Okay.
and by doing this exercise it helps me to understand why researchers need this
Okay.
before doing research. uh, it helps me a lot in uh, understand the difference between actual ontology and epistemology. Means actually
Mhm.
quantitative evidences
Yeah.
like topic research questions. I Before this exercise, I only understand research study means only research in terms of topics, research questions, then data, results, analysis. But doing this exercise, I understand that the researcher believes about reality
Yes.
and reality and knowledge.
Yeah.
I understand that the measurable relationships, and while quantitative research, qualitative research helps better understanding of research. By doing this exercise, I understand these things.
Okay. Here, I think what I could get is three unrelated articles on organizational culture you've taken, and
Yes,
everyone,
organizational.
yeah, realist, positivist ontology with non-entertaining culture might be interpreted rather than measured, right?
Yes.
So, all the three articles are similar. That culture is to be interpreted, or is it to be measured?
In first two articles, it might be interpreted in that same data will be shown by me, and in third one only in that the
No,
corporate.
in the article which you're talking about, culture is
Yes,
interpreted.
I'm not taking all three articles in pair of three partners. I will do this exercise.
Uh-huh.
First article is chosen by me, and another two articles are chosen by another two participants.
Oh,
And
great.
yes, sir. In group, we do this activity.
Yeah, but
But
but the
after,
comparison between articles, so there would be an article which talks about, let's say, culture exists and it can be measured objectively, and there would be some article that culture, unless it is interpreted, is not a reality, right? It is a created
yes,
reality,
yes, sir.
right? So how are
Yes.
these two articles different? They will be ontologically different, epistemologically different. The methods will be different,
It is
right?
on epistemologically different.
But ontologically same.
Yes, sir.
So
Because
what all the articles talk about, the culture exists, or culture is created by people.
culture is created by people, sir.
So then it is on the right hand side, right?
Because
Interpretivist philosophy.
in two articles it consists of major surveys only. It depends on only survey mainly. First two articles are.
So the quantitative methods are implemented.
Yes.
So it does mean that objective observations is implemented. If
No, sir.
objective,
Objectives,
if you're talking
objectives
about,
are implemented in third article. Observations are implemented in third article or
no,
article.
maybe you can take a look at those articles. There has to be consistency between ontological stance. If you are an
Yes.
objectivist, right,
Yes.
positivist, or a
Yes.
realist, then accordingly the methods have to be the independent observer. The knowledge will be generated, and the researcher has to act as an independent observer, keep on multiple observations about a reality which exists independent of the observer, and there can be objective observation possible. Whereas there would be other end which would say ki, no, no, the objective observations are not possible because the
Yes.
observer per se is a part of the reality.
Yes,
Reality
sir.
gets created in consultation, in interpretation of the observer. That's the extreme other stance, right? And the methods will be consistent, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at this key. The first thing, it has given you something. The AI has given you something. Understand it. Is what is the
Yes.
philosophical stance, and is there a consistency between the philosophy, the approach, and the methods employed? You cannot have an interpretive stance and say, I am measuring one parameter as a quantitative measure through independent observation, right? Or
Yes,
you
sir.
cannot say, in the ontological position is positivist, right, realist, and then I am using participative observation as a method. I am being a part of the interviews and trying to interpret subjectively the interviews, right? There would be a consistency if the articles are good, and you need to find out that consistency and the logic in under those behind those consistencies, right? If there is an
Yes.
inconsistency, you can question that. There could be some articles which are not consistent, right? Because we pick these articles from Google Scholar, not necessarily very good quality, high-end articles. Another question to you is, what is the research that you're working on? Any broad idea about the research?
So I'm doing my research in broad areas as a network security.
Okay. So what do you think? Security exists independent of the observer, or security is created, or there is no human role in security?
There is a human role in security, sir.
Yes.
Security is provided by humans, and there it is used by also humans.
Yeah. So you need to look at all the papers to find out how do people see security. What are the different philosophical perspectives on security, right?
Yes,
So there
sir.
will be extremes also,
Yes, sir.
right? With human involvement, with interpretation, and there is security as an independent of observer positivist stance, right? And how
Yes, sir.
security is measured would also be um, good to understand that. There was an example of some dashboard given in the previous slide. So once I circulate the slides, you can take a look at that example, and probably things will be clearer to you.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Anita. I hope your
Thank you.
this is exercise is turning
Yes,
out to
sir.
be good for
It
you.
helps me a lot because I'm a student of computer science, and I didn't know about this thing, that this terminologies also, epistemology or ontology. But by doing this exercise, I understand better.
Yes, great. And please do it. The tool is with you. Do it for the concepts that you are thinking about, which are
Yes,
related
sir.
to your research. Try and find
Yes,
out
sir.
articles which give extreme positions. So make
Yes,
things
sir.
clear, right? And maybe we generally follow a pragmatic stance, which we take a midway, and we don't belong to any of the extremist traditions, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
generally
Sure.
we follow mixed methods approach, somewhere a combination of both, that kind of thing. But it should be a conscious choice, not a blind choice.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Who would like to
Thank
come
you.
next? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Yes. This slide is visible to you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir, I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible. Anjali Ingole,
Yes.
right?
Okay,
Anjali
okay,
Singh.
yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Anjali Singh. Uh, um,
Anjali Singh or
and,
Anjali Ingole. I have one name under the name Anjali Ingole.
yeah, Anjali Singh. So actually, I'm Anjali Singh.
Uh, so
Yeah, and she is Anjali.
there is one more person, right?
Yeah, yeah, here is one more person, one more Anjali there.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So actually, I'm comparing three research studies, like understand reality and knowledge.
Hmm.
So I'm just showing you. The first study examines AI green, HRM, and employees' behavior using survey and statistic. The second study explores how students use mobile devices to learn English through interviews. And the third study is how organizational culture affects on adoption of fourth industrial revolution technology. So these three studies I have, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm applying like three sorry two key terms. First is the ontology. First, the meaning of ontology means ki, what is real. It explains how researchers understand reality. And
Mm-hmm.
the second is epistemology.
Mm-hmm.
This means how do we know it? It
Yes.
explains where the knowledge comes from numbers and people's experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yep. So first we have the ontology. So in the ontology, we study it's like it treats culture and behavior as a measurable fact. My first paper,
Mm-hmm.
which I studied, this is based on their culture and behavior as a measurable fact. And other two studies follow social constructionism because they understand reality through people experiences and meanings.
Mm-hmm. How are these two
And
different?
yes, sorry, sir.
How are these two different? Go back to the previous slide.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, see, whatever questioning I'm doing, I'm just
Yes, yes,
ensuring
sir.
that everybody benefits from that and not to
Yeah, right, sir.
critically evaluate you, right? Or
Right,
criticize.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there
right,
are
sir.
two
No,
stances,
no,
right?
sure.
Social
I also
constructivist
learned
stance
from
and
your side.
objectivist
Yeah,
stance,
yeah,
right?
sir.
So from your
Right,
paper
sir.
example, explain
Right.
these two stances
Mm-hmm.
to me. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So actually, my first paper is based on like AI, HRM, and green. It's here whatever studies are done by now. So here you use statistics in here the I think so whatever data is taken here measure that data. And in our two studies now, we just focused on was the paper's experience. In the second paper, if we see, so second paper में sir we focus student use mobile devices. Mobile devices का use करके how to conduct English through interviews. And the third paper based on organizational culture affect adoption of fourth industrial revolution technologies. So these two paper are based on we have to say कि constructionism. And the
Yeah,
first is
but see,
objectivism.
can the first
Yes,
paper
sir.
also be based on constructionism? Maybe this paper is not, but there could be another paper based on AI, green HRM, and employee behavior. Can
Yeah,
it be based on?
yeah,
Uh,
so maybe I actually my paper is based on because of its a measurable and statistics part. I think so. That's why it's based on objectivism because here we have to focus on objective things and
so, so take the
yeah.
example of employee behavior as a variable, right?
Yes, sir.
Employee behavior as a variable, right? It is one of
Yes,
the
sir.
variables here in the first paper.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, employee
Yes, sir.
behavior can be looked at from two perspectives. One is objectivist perspective, and another is social constructivist perspective.
Yep, right, sir.
So, how would things change
So.
if I want to write this same paper with, let's say, social
Mm-hmm.
constructivist constructionist assumptions?
Okay. So, sir, are you talking about like this employee behavior? I'm taking as a social construction sums, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes, sir. If you're talking, so we can take it. Uh, I thought like whatever learn from my side, so I think so. But जितना भी तक पढ़ा है मैं सर तो like I thought कि yeah, measurable and
Yeah, yeah.
that's all thing.
Just to
Like here we
simplify
have to
things.
measure, yeah, here we have to measure like how employees, we have to say कि if we see the data of employees कि how many employees are, if we have to take the example कि कितने employees वहाँ पे give their what I'm saying that word. Um,
Yeah, Anjali, just give me a second. I'll explain this to
yeah,
you. Right. So
sorry.
employee behavior,
Yes, sir, sure, sir.
right? Tools don't emerge from
Mm-hmm.
philosophy, right? Philosophy supports those tools.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah, right,
Stability
sir.
consulting. Somebody assumes that employee behavior exists and can independent of the observer.
Yep,
Right?
sir.
And it is a
Yes, sir.
phenomenon. Employee behavior, some people would believe because employee behavior is, right? But for
Yes,
your
sir.
research, if you are assuming that employee behavior is, and I want to study that. Maybe motivation of people as an independent
Yeah, yeah, right.
right?
Yeah.
So what do? I
Uh-huh.
use certain
Yeah, yeah,
methods
right.
which are based on objectivist this thing. So there will be inferential statistics, there will be quantitative data churning, some parameters,
Yes,
some
yes, yes.
indicators you will observe, right, and put it together, right? That is
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
objectivist. But
Yeah,
employee
yeah.
behavior, if you say is a cultural, socially created element, if you believe that, right, then you would go into details of what interview methodology, the same parameter, maybe more employee motivation. You would interview the people, what motivates them, what detracts them, try and interpret that, right?
Yes, sir.
That is the social constructionist ontology. Methods would change.
Yep, right.
Here it will be
Yeah,
more
sure,
of
sir.
indicators, quantitative data churning. Here it will be more of qualitative case study based interpretations in our interviews, in-depth interviews, right? So same
Okay.
variable can
Okay,
be
okay.
studied from two different angles. What angle suits for your research and what are your assumptions, right? Those assumptions you need to take care of. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, sure, sir. Sure, sir. Uh, should I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this idea. Yeah. So, sir, the next is like epistemology.
Mm-hmm.
So in the epistemology,
Okay.
the first study follows the yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So the first study follows up positivism and
Mm-hmm.
use surveys and statistical analysis. And basically, the positivism means ki, gaining knowledge through fact, numbers, measurement, and statistical result. And the other two studies mainly follow the interpretivisms because they use interviews to understand people experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are talking about the meaning of interpretivism, so what I understand, like here, gaining the knowledge by understanding the people's opinions, feelings, personal experiences. That is
Mm-hmm.
the meaning of interpretivisms. And my two research are also are talking about this things. So in the last part where I compare, the first study is a quantitative and provides statistical evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other two studies is like a qualitative and provide knowledge through personal experiences, interviews, and common themes. So these are the comparisons of my three research papers.
Yeah.
And if I'm talking about the overall conclusions, the overall conclusion is uh, understand reality and the knowledge in different ways. Uh, yeah, no approach. Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
when you read those
I understood.
papers,
Yeah.
yeah, read those papers.
Mhm.
You think of the construct that you have in your mind when you are plan to study it. Right? These are
Mhm.
papers which are
Yeah.
giving extreme positions, moderate, mid positions. Look at the consistency of how, from philosophy to, let's say, paradigms to methods, how that migration has taken place. Right? And then
Yes,
when
sir.
we, and then in the light of those papers, then you decide on what philosophical stance am I is suitable for my study, right?
Yep.
So, for
Right.
example,
Right, sir. Right.
temperature is a phenomenon, right? Temperature is a
Uh-huh.
reality, right? The ambient temperature. But if you're studying temperature, you can
Mm-hmm.
set that AC and other this temperature as an objective reality. But when you're talking about whether people are comfortable within the temperature, then the range would vary. है
Yep.
ना?
Right, sir.
So even in the
Yes, yes,
same
sir.
office space, people require कोई 23 बोलता है, कोई 17 बोलता है, कोई 18 बोलता है.
Yeah, right,
टेम्परेचर
sir.
का
सही बात है.
ट्रांसलेशन इनटू कंफर्ट. व्हाट आर यू स्टडीइंग? एम्प्लॉय कंफर्ट और टेम्परेचर, राइट?
Sorry, sir. हाँ, sir.
टेम्परेचर अगर स्टडी कर रहे हो,
हाँ, हाँ.
objective reality which is relevant to your study, then you will take that objective stance, positive stance. But if
Yeah,
you are studying
definitely, sir.
employee comfort, then it is a concept which is created, socially created by people, right? Subjective stance.
Yeah, right, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
accordingly, for your paper, look at this. Continue using those tools. Find out papers which are relevant to your study. Study their philosophical stances, and which will give you better insights.
Definitely, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you so
Actually, I
much.
learned lots of things. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
And I also learned so many things from your side. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would like to come next? I'm keen on some presentations. Kajal Dhawale. Kajal ma'am, is she there?
Yes, sir.
So I
Yeah.
also uploaded my two stage papers yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
That's
you
okay.
see,
That's okay. I'll take a look
yeah.
at it and maybe I'm just picking up some presentations. We'll not be able to go through all the presentations today. I've got some other exercise to do also. But on a priority
Okay.
basis, I'll request some of you to make a presentation here. Kajal, Snehal, and Amruta, these are the presentations I would be keen on. Then Anjali, Neha, Shalini, and Nisha. These are also some of these presentations I would like to do. Rahil Chakravarti is, you've done it, Rahil Sheikhji, right?
Yes, sir. Last week I did
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, so you've done it on 6 articles and research misconduct.
Yeah. I
Am I
have
right?
already here, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
It was relatively to the AI and technology, how it is integrated into the classrooms,
So I'm
and I
just
spoke
picking up,
on.
yeah, I'm just picking up some presentations which would be
Yeah,
of
sure.
interest to everybody. And
Mm.
because of divergence, we would be able to learn from those presentations, right?
Right, sir. Yeah.
So who is coming next? Anjali, Neha,
So there are two Anjali.
yeah, Anjali Ingole,
Anjali Singh is done. Yeah.
yeah, Anjali Ingole. If she's not there, Neha Siddiqui,
Yes, sir, I'm sharing my presentation.
yeah. So this is a three-way divergence, right? All three articles talk about three different things.
Sir, 1 minute. I hope you're able to see my screen.
Not as it is not coming, but I think sharing has started.
Now it's visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So the three articles, the article one was about cultural leadership and job satisfaction. And the second one was about fourth industrial revolution and the university culture. And third one was about mid-level leaders and culture. So there were three different articles, and one was talking about the approach for the first one was with the quantitative, whereas for the second one it was qualitative, and the third as well the qualitative. So in that research, the participants were 373 employees in the first one, where they were talking about the culture, leadership, and job satisfaction in an organization from different employees, different organizations. Whereas in the second, it was relative to the university culture. Only the 7 participants were involved, which was mainly about the approach was qualitative, talking about the revolution and industry area. And the third one was about the leadership itself and then culture among the middle leaders. So there were 12 middle leaders who participated in that research. The methods were statistical analysis and surveys. So primary research, I would say, more on the primary research that was taking surveys or interviews. Self-observation can be one part here in the article 1. Whereas in the article 2, it was more on thematic, like talking about the culture of the university, because it was the approach was of the quality of culture within the organizations. So semi-structured interviews would be the informal. We can consider it would be the informal interviews taken with the 7 participants, and the same went with the middle level leaders article.
Okay.
Now the philosophical.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. It was positivist in the article 1, whereas in this article 2, I understood that it was more on interpretivist and social constructivism.
Constructive.
And the third one was subjectivist. So the 3 articles had different analysis, different approaches, but more it was talking on the actual concept was on culture, but different areas and zones.
Yeah, but if you want to organize just one question, go back to that slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the article number 2 and 3. It talks about philosophical orientation, right? Interpretivist, social
Yes, sir.
constructionist. And then it talks about subjectivist and interpretivist.
Yes, sir.
Both common is interpretivist.
Yes, sir.
So what is the other end of the continuum for this, subjectivist or interpretivist? Like this sit on
So in the past, it was more mainly on how do people understand and what their experiences were. So it was also a part of socialism where, because we are taking opinion of the people at the same time.
Yeah, no, the point that I'm trying to make is, see, when you are talking about interpretivist, right, or social constructivist, there is a positivist approach and there will be other end of the continuum, some other approach, right?
Some other
So
way. I didn't get you.
These papers are sitting on some place on a continuum, right, of
Yes,
extremes,
sir. Yes,
right,
sir.
leaning
Yes,
towards
sir.
one end of the continuum, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you are talking about positivist, this first paper is sitting on the positivist ontological position, right?
Yes, sir.
So there must be another extreme, this extreme side of the continuum, positivist versus something.
Positivist versus
Social constructionist.
social constructions. Yeah.
That is ontological. So interpretivist, where does it stand? So there are
Yes, sir.
in the slide that I'll share with you, I showed it to you the other day. These continuums are mentioned.
Okay, sir.
So it will help you understand what is ontological stance and what is epistemological stance.
Yes, sir. I'll
Right?
go through that.
Subjectivist versus objectivist is what? Epistemological or ontological stance? Positivist versus... Okay, I'll not answer it now. I'll not answer it now. And I have
Okay,
decided
sir.
that
I will explore that area about it again.
yeah, so
Thank
the
you.
first presentation is good enough, but questioning that is important to understand
Yes,
and
sir.
put your future research
Yes.
work in a confident manner.
Yes, sir. I
So
will
there are
put it
5,
on.
6 dimensions across philosophy, and there are different positions people have taken, different stances people have taken. Your paper would be on those continuums, will be somewhere. So understand those continuums, understand the different positions along those continuums, and that is what philosophy is all about. Somebody who wants, as a researcher, wants to understand the philosophy, understand little bit of required philosophy for his research, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
So in the article one, what is real here is about the culture, leadership, and the job satisfaction. Were treated as construct that can be operationalized and measured consistently here. What it was counted in the article was about the measures, the numerical scores, especially knowing that it was 373 employees and their prediction and relationships talking about the job satisfaction and if they were satisfied with the leadership in their own organizations and fields. So the core assumption here was reality can be measured and systematic numerical evidence can be collected through why the considering the evaluation on the surveys and the interviews conducted.
And you realize the number of participants was higher here?
No, sir, I think it was very average 373. I think it's
Yeah, relatively.
lower number. Yeah, it's not very good number to conclude that.
The point is, this is objective methodology. So the number is relatively higher compared to the other articles, which are
Yes,
following
yes,
social
yes, sir.
constructionist approach.
Yes, sir. But however, still I feel that 373 cannot conclude complete research.
Yeah,
That's my opinion where I was going through the article I felt so.
yeah, possible.
And coming to the second article, like I said, it was seven participants, and there were semi-structured interviews, it would be informal interviews. So, however, complete research talked about the organization culture, real people, and their social interaction among themselves. So, of course, we have seen the differences in opinions there, but however, it didn't come out to very good kind of outcome here. So the knowledge comes from understanding the participant. That's what we understood when we talk about the social constructionist, or we talk about the organization culture, and seeking generalizable laws were one of the part of the
Epistemology, right?
epistemology. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Then there is an interesting term that you mentioned here, phenomenology, right?
Yes, sir.
What is that? We are going to study
Sorry,
this
sir?
phenomenological qualitative design.
Yes. Yes, sir. Here, I didn't go through much on this term, but I just mentioned that it is a qualitative kind of design which I gone through.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Is a branch. Phenomena is something which appears, right, by definition.
okay.
Now, Immanuel Kant had divided it into two parts, phenomena and noumena, right? He said realities are two kinds. One, a reality which can be known, which appears to you. And there is another reality which exists, but there is no way you can know it. It's called noumena,
Okay, sir.
right? But
Yes.
phenomenologists is a different breed altogether in philosophy. Phenomenological studies are there. Husserl is a proponent of that, and it's on the backdrop of what you call René Descartes' rationalism. No, so this philosopher had emerged. We're going to go into details of that, but remember these terms: phenomenology, right?
Yes, sir.
And
So when we say
phenomenological
that,
design.
sorry to interrupt, sir. When we say that there is a reality which cannot be seen, but there is a study for that reality. That's what you mean.
No, if the reality cannot be seen, noumena, you cannot know that.
Yes, sir.
There is no way through reason or through sensory experiences. There is no way you can know that.
So what do we do in this study?
See, for example, there are what is the reality? There are certain things which you can observe, you can know, and there are certain things which you cannot know.
Okay.
So the philosophers deal with several things. Say, for example, just to give you a small example, extending the topic a little higher. Draw a small circle on a piece of paper. What is that with its center at 0, 0? You are all computer science study students, so I can afford to take this example. So what is the equation of the circle for all the points on the circle? X square plus y square is equal to a square, right? With
Yes.
a is the what you call with its origin at the center.
Mm-mm.
Now, is it a two-dimensional circle, right? It is a two-dimensional world, and this circle will follow all the points on the circle will follow that equation. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, just prick one point on the circle, and the point goes into from two dimensions. It goes into three dimensions.
Ah, okay, okay.
Would that equation of the circle follow that three-dimensional point? Would the two-dimensional equation be able to predict the third point?
No,
Somebody who is in two dimensions cannot think of three dimensions,
three dimensions. Yes.
right? So whatever reality we see today is three-dimensional plus the fourth dimension of time.
Okay.
Is there a fifth dimension, six dimensions? What it is, we don't know. Is there no? Right?
Yes, sir. We don't
So
know
people
much
people
on.
distinguish around that, right? And there are questions in philosophy. So of course we don't have to go into all those details. But phenomenology deals with what phenomena is something which appears to you. You are studying phenomena, right? How do you see that
Yes, sir.
phenomena? So phenomenology is a specific methodology.
Mm-mm.
Husserl will give that methodology, and then there were several people who also contributed. So case study is a favorite method. In-depth interview is a favorite method of studying phenomenology, right?
Yes, sir.
So semi-structured interviews, thematic analysis, right? You interview people in depth, as detailed an experience you generate that experience, and then carry out thematic analysis to find out what
Yeah, we need
knowledge about
critical
it.
thinking and reasoning about that question, each question, and going on deep depth understanding about about the complete research.
Yes, but it is connected with how do you see reality, right?
Yes.
So you see a consistency between the philosophical stance, the ontological stance, then accordingly epistemological stance, and then accordingly the methods practiced for this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So for the third article, it was more about the multiple realities between the individuals and their roles and their. Because when we talk about middle leadership, their positions and everything would be different, but at the end, their responsibilities would be commonality there.
Mm.
And understanding the social world requires about their experiences basically. So there were 12 men later who participated in this research and talked about their experiences and understanding on the culture in their own zones. So there is no single conclusion we can say, because at the end, like even department wise also, we can see that the middle leaders are having their own departments, but they have that commonality in between understanding of their responsibilities.
Yeah, but
However,
this is a clear paper on subjectivist interpreters. So the methods are aligned with along with that, right? So
yes,
consistency is
sir.
there. So of course the quality there will be different because it's of course peer reviewed for some people's research is some people's crap, right? An objectivist would always see कि interpretivist का जो लिख के देते हैं वो I would not accept it as a knowledge, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
interpretivist would whatever objectivists do they don't have connect with the reality, they don't know what reality is. So those stances would continue. There will be fights which will continue. But as long as you make some assumptions which are consistent with some school, then the methods should also be aligned with that. That's the point.
Yes, sir.
Good. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Who is coming next? This was Neha Siddiqui, right? Can I request somebody? Kajal Dhave, Snehal Patil, Amruta Patil. Any of you?
Yes, sir. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Sir, sir, I have completed the assessment, but I haven't prepared the PPT.
But you can explain what you did based on the papers that you submitted. Or if it is difficult, maybe we can pull on somebody, request somebody else. Snehal,
Hello, sir.
um,
I question over, sir.
Yeah, Amruta Patil, can you do that? Can you make presentation, MP?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
It's sir, I share my document.
Yeah, I'm just picking up some presentations purposely which will be relevant to the full class. Right? Not that the presentations are good or bad, right? It's just that they communicate some points. That's why I'm picking them up. And gradually, subsequently, I'll come to you all.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Sorry, sir. There are some issues in my side, so I am not be available from something sometime. I
Okay, but
apologize for the inconvenience.
huh?
Can show my one page. Sorry, sir. I have not done PPT.
So explain it. No, what articles did you take and what did you find out?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Um, so there are three articles. We are divided among our three group members, with each
Mm-hmm.
member studying one article. I have
Mm-hmm.
completed the three articles based on their research, philosophy, ontology, and epistemology and research methods.
Mm-hmm.
The first article is about organizational culture in project environment and uses a constitutive grounded theory approach. The
Mm-hmm.
second article studies the relationship between agile method and organizational culture using 50 semi-structured interviews. And the third article studies workplace, ritual and organizational culture using interview and observation in for restaurants. After that, sir, now I explain comparison of the three articles.
Mm-hmm.
First is ontology. Ontology means what we believe about reality. All three articles follow social constitution view in and
Social constructionist. Okay, huh?
okay. Now it is created and changed through people interaction, behavior, and shared understanding.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small difference between the three articles. The first article focus on how culture and agile methods change through interaction between people, and the second article focus on how organizational culture in development in project environment through people behavior and shared meaning. And the third article focus on workplace rituals and how repeated activities help create and maintain organizational culture. Next is epistemology. Epistemology means how we get knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
All three articles mainly follow an interpretive approach. They give importance to people's experience, opinions, and interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we are learning from these three articles that the same topic can be studied in different way. The research philosophy affect how researchers understand the problem, collect information, and interpret the finding.
Yeah. So cutting across all the crap and jargons, what is your understanding? See, objectivist stance से क्या 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 करते हैं, कौन से methods लेते हैं, और so constructionist stance में social constructionist stance का मतलब क्या होता है? What does it mean?
Sorry, sir. I don't
There are
question.
there are two three terms jargons we've used, right? Objectivist, social
Yes, sir.
constructionist,
Yes.
interpretivist. They are repeatedly being used, right?
Yes.
So what does it mean? And how does it relate to the, let's say, agile as a method? Is there any fundamental belief system that agile has?
Yes, sir.
So what philosophical stance does it follow? Agile method है क्यों? Correct?
Agile method.
You work closely with the clients, right?
Yes, sir.
Why?
So agile method means a flexible way of doing a project where work is completed in small steps and improved regularly.
Yeah, and there you need to be connected with the customer, with the client, strongly communication.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is there any philosophical assumption that underlies agile as a very method? There, I think I'm not a computer guy, but there are, I think, a waterfall method and agile method. These two important methods. Am I right? Can somebody explain
Yes.
that? And could somebody infer the philosophical assumptions under these two systems?
So water one has a step-by-step project development method,
Hmm?
and agile method is approach to project development means difference between two.
Yeah, but these methods would have some assumptions, right?
Yes, sir.
In what context which method would work? Anybody has got anything to say about this? I think there are some philosophical underpinnings related to these two methods, and if you could explore and go beyond that, then probably Agile would lean towards the subjectivist, the social constructionist philosophical stand, right? Compared to the other method.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, RS, would you like to add to this? Okay. Thank you. Who is coming next?
Thank you, sir.
Group property is done. Okay. RS, Rohila, Rahila.
Sir, I already presented last time,
Yeah,
if you remember.
but I'm keen because yours is just 1 second, Rahila.
Yeah.
There's something you've done 6 papers, right?
I had done total three papers last time. It was one was relatively to the learning of yeah, through AI in the classroom, and then was learning to one with the mobile app, and the other one was related to one of the robotic resource that was being implemented in the class. And my topic also is related to the same. It is AI in education, but on the broader prospect, what I have done is I'm looking forward to create a kind of a design framework where it becomes easy for teacher implementation and students do understand how does the AI work on the back end. So based on that itself, I had discussed my points because
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, I remember having discussed because
yeah, I'm
there was one
currently
need to be
on my
talking
tabs.
that.
Yeah, I'm currently on. I'm using my iPad for the class as my laptop is broken down, so I'm not able to get my
not
those papers
not
back.
necessary, but just help me understand
Yeah.
before the exercise and after the exercise, or 1 week after the exercise. Is there any substantial improvement in your thought process?
Yes, sir. Now, what I'm looking forward is like instead of having such a broader perspective of the question, I'm looking forward to have a micro topic where I understand in one particular instance. Like, for example, here in UAE, most of the time we use many of the robotic resources, like in teaching for maths and science and other things. So, I just want to have a design framework where I can take one resource that can be applicable for all the subjects. So in that form, I'm just trying to minimize my research topic into form of a micro topic like wise. I have just gathered my information. I really wanted to discuss, but it is there on my laptop, so I've just given it for repair yesterday itself. So once I get back, I will. Can I discuss it next time if that's
Yeah, of
okay?
course, of course. You can
Yeah.
independently get in touch with me also
Yeah.
after the class.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
So I
Thank
think
you.
we will have one or two more presentations. Get on to the next topic. Who would like to volunteer now? Yeah, this is JA. Who is
Yes,
JA?
shall I present, sir?
Yeah, who is this? Shalini.
This is Shalini Alamuri.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, is my screen is visible? Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Uh, yes, sir. Yes, my three articles are, and my first article is on study on employees, motivation towards the organizational culture in textile industry at
Mhm.
some place in Rajpalam. Okay, and my second study is on work motivation and organizational culture on work performance, and this
Mhm.
is on citizenship behavior as meditating variables. And my third one is cultures and their effects on safety.
Mhm.
So these are my the three articles. If we see the first two articles are telling the same content. Um, they are studying about the uh, measurable variables only. Citizenship behavior as measurable variables. The first
Okay.
two articles, and the third article is on the contrast. And the third article is telling. Not only we cannot able to tell the organization culture on measurable variables, but we need to the study tells only support using with the different sources of evidence to understand organization phenomenon in a contest. So
Okay.
the two articles are telling the same content by using the variables and all, and the third articles, the third one article is going to the context of the one. And this study mainly demonstrate that philosophical assumptions influence both the research questions and methods.
Mhm.
And the first two emphasize measurement and statistical relationships, and while the third one emphasize the contest only, and multiple resources of evidence. A mixed method approach could combine these trends by providing both quantitative evidence and deeper contextual uh, understanding of organizational culture.
Mhm. Now, these three articles, where do they
Yes.
converge and where do they diverge? What is the what are the philosophical differences between these three articles as far as ontology, epistemology, and axiology is concerned? And where do they diverge? How are they different from each other?
So the divergence mainly. Um, so this is the
See, there are
ontological
multiple
position.
topics you have studied, right? Organizational
Yes. Yes.
culture, motivation, performance, right? So
Yes. Yes.
where
Sir.
are they treated as a discrete, stable objects, and where they are treated as subject to interpretation kind of constructs?
Actually, the ontology studied the realistic objectives in
Mm-hmm.
for the both first two
First two
articles, which
articles,
they are,
okay.
yes, which they are examine the same through the variables, and the third article is on the ontology. They are critical realistic.
Oh, what is the critical realist now?
Critical realistic means uh, uh, means in this third article the person is telling more about we cannot able to we cannot able to examine only with the variables, organization variables, but we need to survey on that and deeply understand and deeply search, and then only it can be possible.
Mm-hmm.
In
No,
the
there
third
are,
article
say there is a
on the
positive realist perspective, then there is a critical realist perspective, and then there is a interpretivist perspective, right? Or social constructionist perspective.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
realist takes objective stance,
Huh.
right? But what is the difference between
Yes.
a realist and a critical realist?
um Actually, realist means influence with the another variables while doing the cultural organization culture.
Go through.
And
Yeah, you may go through the details, specific details about what is the difference between the two. But a realist
okay,
would say ki whatever reality exists, I can sense that reality, and whatever I sense is the reality. Right? A critically realist says, no, no, there could
okay,
always be a gap between what is the reality and what you sense.
okay,
Right?
sir.
There could be a gap between reality and the way you sense it.
Okay,
Okay. So I
I'm go.
gave just now, just some time back, I gave you a example of third umpire in cricket. Right? The reality,
Yes,
if
sir.
a person is LBW or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
An umpire would see
Yes.
it. A realist would say whatever the umpire says is a reality because whatever he senses is a reality.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
But
Yes. Yes.
then there is a concept of third umpire because there could be a gap between reality and the way you sense it.
Yes.
Okay. So a
Yeah.
critical realist would employ a third umpire. A realist would say whatever umpire says is final.
Okay.
The difference is simple.
Yes.
But then when it translates into your concepts and variables, it becomes a little complicated, right? Try and relate that. Don't accept those words as it is, right?
Yes, sir.
Criticize
Yes,
them,
yes.
understand them, and try and understand them in simple words so that you can leave the jargons behind and understand the meaning behind those
Yes,
jargons.
sir. Reality is totally which that is exist, and whether the critical realism is actually the way which we in which way we are thinking and in which way we are seeing and all.
Right.
Yes.
No, there could be a gap
Yes.
between so reality and critical reality. This is reality we sense whatever we sense is reality.
Yes, sir.
There could be a gap between whatever. So criticism of that stance is critically you critically evaluate it, and there could be a gap between what you sense and what the reality is. That is critical reality, critical
Okay.
realism. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, the next one is epistemological convergence and divergence, and this the first two um, articles they are positivist, and the third article which is on against they are interpretivist.
Hmm. So what does interpretivist mean here? Why are they saying that it is interpretivist?
Yes, sir.
Why are they saying that?
So interpretivist, why they are saying that is they actually wants to examine the all using with the different sources and different understandable phenomenon context.
Hmm.
So that's why they're telling interpretivist. That's why I understand that I understand.
Yeah, the reality is subject to interpretation of the individuals, right? Reality is not objective; it is subject to how individuals interpret it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So, for example,
Social reality, if we said.
जैसे इस सिंपल टर्म्स में बताना है तो अगर कोई हॉट आयन है उसका हॉट आयन है उसका टेम्परेचर और ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वालिटीज तो आप मेजर कर सकते हो, है ना? हॉट
Yes, sir.
आयन अगर है लेकिन वो
Yes, yes.
हॉट आयन का आग का वो गोले का किसी को कितना जोर से पेन होगा ये तो आप ऑब्जेक्टिवली मेजर नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज इट गेट्स इनटू सब्जेक्टिव डोमेन इंटरप्रिटेशन, है ना?
Okay.
सेम सर्कमस्टेंसेस एनवायरमेंट को आप मेजर तो कर सकते हो ऑब्जेक्टिवली, बट उसका पेन और प्लेजर का इम्पैक्ट क्या है वो तो सब्जेक्टिव होगा,
Exactly, sir. Yes, yes.
राइट? सो व्हाट आर यू मेजरिंग एंड
Yes.
व्हाट point of view you are measuring it, that's important. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is your learning from the exercise?
So according to this three, so there are so many difficult words, and till now I didn't saw and didn't say. So and
No,
so I
before
know now
before the next class,
ontology.
before the next
Yes,
class, I will circulate to you
yes, yes.
one thing with the presentation that I used for the first class, two presentations. Second thing, I will
Okay.
also circulate you a deed organizer connected with this, which will help you ace things. And you keep on using this. Let multiple articles be going through this. Sometimes AI can make mistakes, right?
Okay.
Human oversight is
Yes, yes.
important, but in all that you need to understand what is the philosophical underpinning for this article, and is how why is AI saying this, right? And what is the consistency,
Yes, yes.
right? Those three questions, if you do it at least for the articles on the concepts and terms which are important to you, that will help you in the long
Mhm.
run. Yes.
Sure,
Thank
sir.
you.
Sure, sir.
We will
Definitely.
have one more
Yes.
presentation. We'll take a small break and get on with the next part of the. There is a small presentation that I'll make and then we'll do a small exercise related to that, and then we'll close. One more presentation, please. Of course, the other
Sir, may I
presenters.
try?
Yeah, who would like
So
to
this is
begin?
Soman.
Yes, please go
So
ahead.
this is Soman. But I'm not sure how much you can able to, but I'm try. If not, I don't know.
Everybody is learning.
Uh, No, no, sir. Because for the my background noise.
Okay,
So, yeah. My screen is visible.
screen is loading. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. May I go?
No, it is not yet visible, Soman.
Um,
Yes, it is visible now.
okay. Okay. Sir, I have taken these three papers. First two is taken by my classmates, and last one taken by me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next slide. Uh, and now based on the ontological, social media and the disappear dysphoric, I identified this is based on the social construction and the assumption is identify the collective memory. The memories are sharp to the narrative and the social media interaction, not
Mm-hmm.
fixed or given. And the smart city, this is realism because this exists. And last one, corporate culture. This is an this is not present in kind of a reality, but this is a phenomena that we can realize. Okay. Uh, Visions. Uh, uh, Social media and the dysphoria. This is an interpretarism. Smart class is positivism, and corporate culture plus probably means that article that is doing a corporate culture, that is the data driven, and that is actually
We lost you, Soman, in between. Shaman, are you coming back? Shaman is yet to come back. I think we lost him. Kajal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you?
So my name is Kajal Dove. I have taken three articles. I
Mhm.
searched for one article myself and I collected the other two articles from partners and prepared the report. So
Mm-hmm.
my first article is Unpacking Workplace Rituals as a Mechanism for Strong Organizational Culture, and second article is Interaction Between Agile Methods and Organizational Culture, a qualitative study. And then sir, third article is Designing on Organization Culture, Modeling the Project's Environment, a constructivist approach.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so social constructionist approach, right? What is that,
Yes, sir.
Kajal? Yeah. Could you relate those terms with the articles? Did you find something which is discomforting you, or you could understand those terms and relate those terms to the articles?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what is
Sir, the
constructionist then?
ontologic. Sorry, sir.
What is the social constructionist? Social constructionist. You used a term. One of the articles was about social. Or out of the three articles, the article that you did, explain it a little more. Help me understand the connectivities. What was the ontological, epistemological, and how do you understand this and the consistency across?
Sir, social constructivist means a person or approach that believes people learn and development knowledge through interaction with other and their social environments.
Hmm. So how is it different from objectivist stance? So this is important to understand. Say I'll again I'll go back to the presentation. The first presentation was kind of you need to revisit that. Look at the examples, right? Objectivist is somebody
Okay,
who
sir.
says reality exists independent of the observer, right? It is the example is if a tree falls in the jungle, it will make a sound whether you observe it or not. And there is one way of looking at reality. Only the reality is singular. There are no multiple versions of the reality. Subjectivists would say
Yes.
that there are multiple versions of the reality because as many individuals they would look at the reality in as many ways,
Okay,
right?
sir.
And
Uh,
accordingly there is a consistency in it. So how do you want then if the realities are multiple plural realities, then there are multiple ways of knowing that reality. Okay.
okay, sir.
So the basic understanding, not that we want to get into details, but when we decide a method, why am I using inferential statistics to study a concept called employee behavior, right?
Yes,
Because I'm
sir.
following an objective stance. It can be studied from interpretive stance also, right? But this
Hmm.
through simple examples which I mentioned in the slides, you need to go through those slides and relate those whatever. See, it is philosophy. Of course, is a mental exercise. You cannot escape that, right? You need to think, relate. Um, Thought is the instrument of what you call philosophers. हथियार है वो. Thinking. There are thought experiments one has to do, and without those thought experiments, and reflection just by reading it will not help. The AI tool is there to help. AI is of course there to help, but then one needs to apply mind and think about it. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So someone is requesting for presentation in the next class. So I think we'll take a small break here, 10 minutes break, and then it's how much time? 5 o'clock we'll come back for the next interesting exercise it will be. Yeah. Everybody with me? Yeah. So at 4 o'clock I'll be back. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.